Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to bring you a reminder, an affirmation, and that's what we're going to title this. An affirmation, something that was inspired by an old video that I made, and also by a good friend, Kit, Mr. ICT Concepts, on Twitter, that I see him do frequently, which he regularly plays Dr. Wayne Dyer, an incredible, insightful human being who's very much in tune with the psychology and affirmations and their use. But anyway, if you remember, I gave the advice of making a video for yourself, a message to yourself, if you will, to remind yourself of what you've gone through and why you need to change and what it's all riding upon, the common mistakes that you make, but also the things that you're great at. So today I wanted to speak in a manner that you can use on a regular basis to listen to and use as a form of affirmation and a reminder of what you're doing. Because this journey that we all partake in of entrepreneurship and consistency in trading is not easy. To get the skill set is one of the hardest things that you'll probably ever do. But once you have the skill set, now you've unlocked potential that many can't even see. Even those within trading and on the trading journey don't actually know what it's actually like. And I was one of those people too, of course. And I think everyone is. I don't think anyone really knows until they truly experience it for themselves. And to begin with, we have to remember why we do this, right? Why do you do this? What is this all for? No doubt it's for you to give a better life, first and foremost, for yourself. You are number one. You are the most important person in your journey. You are the main character. You are the author. You are the one who has to live with every single decision that you make. So you have to remember that you're doing this for you. Now beyond that, no doubt there'll be those who are doing it for their wife, girlfriend, partner, their children, their parents, their siblings, their family, their friends. No doubt that you are selfless as an individual who also wants to give back. Be very careful, of course, not to fall into the trap of wanting to give before you have something to give, or falling into the trap of applying unnecessary pressure onto your shoulders. Remember that those people around you that you want to help, no matter who they are, truly they really care about your happiness. They truly really care about you sharing time with them and building memories with them beyond money and material objects. Of course, we want to live a better life, a freer life. Yes, we may want to indulge in luxury items and experiences. But remember one very important thing. When venturing onto this journey, it's very easy to fall into the trap of the imagination bringing the luxury side of experiences or items to the forefront as you're trying to progress within your journey. And that can be a very detrimental thing. So remember to focus first on the freedom and the time that you will be given through the skill set that you master. Everything beyond that is a byproduct and a added benefit after the fact. Remember the very important saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that you cannot spread your light unless your own light has been brightened and it's almost like a flame. Until your fire is well lit and roaring and strong, how do you expect to build or spread that warmth and that light to others? You have to focus on yourself first, and you have to remember that you need to be number one. Because in this journey, no doubt you have made stupid errors, silly little mistakes, maybe even some big ones. Maybe you've made some big mistakes too. And again, our animalistic mind will bring these mistakes, failures, hardships, trauma to the surface, subconsciously or consciously, when we are going through this journey. It will try to remind you of the pain that you have felt, to try and warn you, try and stop you, try and even deter you or keep you safe. And that may come in the form of over trading, not taking a trade that fits your plan, and etc. etc. You have experienced all of these things. So remember that the work has to be within. You can learn the technicals all day, every day. You can watch new videos, watch a new webinar, join a new community. But the reality is that none of it matters unless you win the battle within first. That battle is the most important of all. That struggle is the one that will be the hardest, yet the most rewarding. And the longer you push it off, and the longer you ignore it, the longer the journey will be. And it can never be ignored. That's the thing. If you truly want that success, you have to venture within to understand why you react in certain ways. You have to venture within to understand that you are capable of absolutely anything that you set your mind to. You are capable of absolute greatness. When we hear the statistics in this industry, we hear of only 1% of people being winners, only 0.01% of people being winners. Now the reality is this: anyone can be in that percentile. Not everyone will. The difference being that those who believe in themselves, those who know that they are capable, but then back that with action, consistently, with persistence, will drive themselves forward. It's no easy feat. I'm sure you've heard similar words, if not these same words, before. But remember, that is true. And therefore you embrace the hardship and the challenge that is presented in front of you. Every single day we are given the opportunity that we are blessed with to progress. Majority of us are very blessed in this life to have access to Wi-Fi, to have a roof over our heads, to be able to even have the capital to partake in this industry is a blessing in itself. And when I say the capital, I mean even the smallest of amounts, to be able to invest into education, to invest into a prop firm challenge, to invest into a personal account with a brokerage. It's a blessing in itself just to be able to have that opportunity, let alone the opportunity to do that consistently. Bear in mind, many people will pay or fund an account or challenge consistently every month because they are blessed with the opportunity to have a job, have an income consistently coming in. So let's not forget that very important fact that we are all very lucky to have the opportunity in the first place. And that is why we should not waste it. We should not ignore that fact. And we should embrace that opportunity every single day, knowing that there are millions, tens of millions, maybe even hundreds of millions of people out there who wish they could have the opportunity to be an entrepreneur, to have the resources or the mind space necessary to be able to partake in such a journey. And yet here we are. Recognize that you have sacrificed time, effort, money, energy. You have sacrificed these things to get to where you are right now. And there are times where you feel low. There are times where you question yourself. You question your decisions. But trust in the fact that with the right intention and work ethic, you will push forward and you will create better days. As Les Brown says, the bad times have not come here to stay, they have come to pass. And that as long as you can look up, you can get up. And I'm sure he made it sound much better than I did. But what's important is that it's never the end unless you decide it is. Now, what's important as well in this moment is to recognize your mistakes. Recognize the mistakes that you have repeated over and over and over again. Because until you recognize them, are aware of them, and address them, there will never be change. And you will be doomed to repeat the same cycle over and over. Everyone knows my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes from Batman, The Dark Knight. He says, "The night is darkest before the dawn." Now that dawn will only come the moment you begin to take action on the lessons that need to be learned. So from those failures, from those poor decisions, hold the keys to your future. Hold the keys to enjoying that dawn, the light to come. Otherwise you're doomed to the darkness. And the darkness will stay and stay in that cycle until you become aware of the mistakes. After that, there will still be challenges. No one is flawless or has a flawless record. Everyone has challenges. Understand the fact is that there is not a point in your journey where suddenly everything is great and you never face a challenge again. You never have hardship or experience failure in some form, whether in trading or in entrepreneurship or anywhere else in life. Because if you believe there's a fantasy that many traders have, and I had in my journey too, and I'm sure many have experienced, where you believe that there will come a point where everything will be easy, everything will be absolutely fine and happy, and you'll never face any adversity again, you will have a rude awakening. But embrace the fact that with progress comes challenge, and with more challenge comes more progress, and that cycle will continue as long as you are aware, and as long as you are informed, and believe in yourself always. Recognize that you are capable of anything you set your mind to. There is nothing holding you back other than yourself. There may be people in your life who don't believe in you. You may have a lack of resources or time, but you get to decide how you sacrifice, what you sacrifice, in order and in name of your progress. Because your progress, again, reverting back to the beginning, is number one. Because you have to put yourself first. So don't be disheartened by the challenges or by the time or the money that has gone by so far. Because all you need to do is believe in this very moment in the fact that you can change and will change right now, in this moment. Sit and visualize the person that you want to be. Sit and visualize right now with a clear image of the trader that you wish to become. When you visualize that trader who is consistently profitable, understands and is disciplined towards the market, disciplined towards the air, disciplined in everyday life, what does that look like? Is there an office space? Is there particular equipment? Is there a particular sized room, particular view, particular country? What is their character like? What is their demeanor like? How do they react to the market? Are they in a tidy space? Are they in a clear space? Do Do they meditate before they trade? Do they do a particular affirmation? Do they believe in themselves? Are they focused? Are they healthy? Visualize that person right now in clear detail and write everything down that you see, from character traits to environment to risk appetite to discipline levels. Everything. Write it all down, because now, as you said, you're ready for change. Your change is right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next quarter, right now. And that change that you need to make steps towards is that vision that you see, because you've already told yourself that that person is a consistently profitable trader. So why are you not that person right now? What excuse do you have to say that you can't be that person right now? There is no excuse, because you can already see who that is. You can already see and visualize what that person is and who they are. And that person is you, should you wish to be. And all you have to do is back it with action. Every single day, consistently, without fail. There will be hard days. There will be days where you're tired. There will be days where life tries to throw challenges at you. And all your job is to do is to recognize that, understand what your vision and purpose is, and overcome and persist and drive through. I'll leave you with another quote. With what you do in this life echoes in eternity. Really think about that. We have one opportunity. Time is passing us by. Just like this animation. Think of the sands of time falling. And they're always against us. Now, for some people that maybe creates a little bit of fear, when really it should bring drive and focus, and understanding that we have limited time on this earth, and we don't know when it will end. What we can do with that knowledge is make the most of the time that we have, and really fuel it all into ourselves to be the best trader, entrepreneur, and more importantly, person that we can be. So really take action and re-listen to this as many times as you need, and let's make that dream a reality. Take care.